Hey yo! Yes, we are live. Sorry for the delay, but yeah, things happened, and that's it. And also, this is the first stream where I have the windows open. I mean, open. They're not open, but they're not completely shut down. They don't shut down the light. It's the first daylight stream ever. I want to see how this goes, you know, like visual wise. And also, as you can see, I updated um, the live stream layout on OBS. Hopefully, there are not gonna be issues with that. If there are gonna be some issues, who cares? I'll fix them. Okay, but make sure to let me know if something is wrong and something in the camera is wrong, and also in the audio, because I completely done everything again from zero. So I see a lot of people already in the chat. I see Error 808. Okay, nice name, by the way. Also, let's move the chat right here so I can be more, in frame when I read the chat. I see also Prod by RX. Hello, Zarvi. Who's that? Rosehan. Let's go. VCR Archive. Hello, Prod RX. I already said that. Malisha. Xam, I guess. Kurfez. Okay, it's RV. Okay. How are you, bud? I'm pretty good. It was a tough day until this point. That's why I'm live with an hour of delay. But I'm here. And that's it. And also, I feel like I haven't drank water at all today. I'm very thirsty. David Zimmerman. Okay. The announcer plus finalizer are ultimate. No other mastering tool needed. I mean, the announcer on the master is quite extreme, but yeah, if it works, it works. Precious Joy, hello. Happy 15k subscribers. Yeah, we reached that with very low effort. I feel like I did like 10 videos and we already are in this pretty good milestone for the channel. Yeah, I have to spend more time on YouTube, but I have other stuff to do. Okay, so let's talk about today's live stream, and it's Patcher Lab, as you can read in the title. And what should we do? What patch should we do? Once again, as always, not something crazy, like don't expect Frank, make the most difficult plugin clone ever on stream. It's not possible. Let's keep it simple. I don't want to spend hours and hours and get nowhere. I already failed once with a Pultec clone because I thought, okay, it's gonna be easy, but actually I wasn't able to deliver the patch in the same stream. So last time we did a fat wreck, if I'm not mistaken. Let me check in the Discord. We made a fat wreck. So another, oh no, and also the imager. Yeah, the imager. So a stereo enhance plugin. This time something like FabFilter Saturn. That's really okay. It's possible, but you have to understand that if I do something like that, it's gonna have this type of image. It's not gonna be super fancy like the FabFilter Saturn, because Patcher doesn't allow us to have a fancy interface yet. So you may ask, oh, a multiband saturator or distortion. That's possible. I told you I'm gonna keep up with your live streams. Yeah, I saw the tweet like just a minute ago. I'm gonna leave a like later on that. I will love pitch foreman shifter, the most requested one. Yes, but FL Studio doesn't allow us to have a foreman shifter with stock plugins because FL Studio doesn't have that. So nope, once again. And make sure to go on ImageLine forum and ask for that. Like there's a, I don't know how it's called, like a channel where you can request stuff to ImageLine. Make sure to be like, oh, a foreman shifter. Come on, guys, a foreman shifter. Wait. So if they see a lot of requests and a lot of guys that, you know, are thirsty for that, they're gonna do it, I think. White noise generator. Someone subscribed. I can't see the name. Yeah, sorry, I can't see the name from here. I can see maybe Nayrise. Welcome, my boy. White noise generator. Actually, not that bad idea. Like a noise tone stuff generator. Actually, not that bad. So I can show you like how can you have generators inside Patcher using Edison. That's actually a good idea. Slate digital mixing plugin. No, not possible. Too elaborated. I'm sorry. I wish I can do that, but you know, there's no way Patcher can do that. I see another subscriber, Rodriguez. Welcome, my boy. Gang. gang. Halftime. Would that even possible? It is possible with gross beat. Not really into that though. I can show you how can you have an halftime effect in FL Studio because there's a preset in gross beat. You can plug in and give a heat to the signal, nice color, but some light things. On the server there are a lot of patches like that made by the community, especially by Derek, which is very good. Seeing all the subscribers, thank you for subscribing, bro. You can definitely check them out because they're very good, very good. What do you think about Isotope 9? Come on. Okay, beat format shifter again. No, a good saturation plugin. I already did that. It's called Thick, but we can do another one, different one, sure. Okay. A lot of requests. Room simulator. They're gonna my room simulator, like with impulse responses and stuff. They're gonna come out with the next video I'm about to record, guys. I'm about to record the next YouTube videos. So thank you for the patience. But yeah, they're gonna come out, and it's gonna be a special video because I'm gonna give you not one patch but 4 plus other 6, so 10 patches in one video. They're very simple one, but there's gonna be meaning behind it, you know. SLA, CLA, you know, basically LA2A and LA3A clones. Tricky, but not impossible, but very tricky actually, like the Pultec. Okay, warm tube. Okay, see, yeah, Derek warm tubes. I'm not talking about the warm tube. There are a lot of patches, but yeah, some of them are very destructive, as you say. Some others are more subtle, but it all depends also with the amount of distortion you add. Sidechain Automator, I already did that, but it's not properly working, so I'm not gonna release that. We can take a look at that though. Doom compressor is kind of good idea. There are a few attempts to do that in the server. They're not very good in my opinion, because they're basically just limiting the hell out of the signal. But I never dug into that. So please do disperser. There is actually a preset called disperser that you can use, and it's that effect. So first of all, let's open up Patcher. You can see the screen? Yes. Ooh, Patcher. So in the preset, in stock presets, there's gonna be disperser, this one. This is basically disperser, I think. Yeah, it's an all pass combination. Disperser, also all pass. Yeah, this one is probably more like the kilohertz disperser. Yeah. So I'm very into the tone thing that somebody suggested, because that can be actually good. You know, something like, how is it called? Melda tuner, no spectral pen, saturator, ring modulation. There's a noise generator. Oops, it's already going out. Okay, so this one has white noise, pink noise, clicks and pops. Interesting. Stairs. No idea what is that. Yeah, pretty interesting, but yeah, it's not that cool, you know. Last time we did some very cool patches, so let's keep it that way. Do FabFilter MB. Also, yes. Victor Lobo, can I PM? Saw it from another YouTuber. Oh, you're talking to another one. Okay, sorry. So I'm thinking about, you know my patch, the finalizer. This one. So this patch has this multiband compressor on top of it. Is the first module of the patch, and it, as I said in the video, it works kind of like the FabFilter Pro MB. If you intend that plugin as, okay, let's level the spectrum a bit, or let's level just the low bass a little bit, or some other area. Of course, it can do fancy thing, like, because FabFilter Pro MB is actually the best multiband compressor, but it also can do expansion. It also can do sidechain with some very interesting features, and it works like magic. Yeah, but this one can be useful. We can extrapolate that from this patch. How about that? It's not gonna be very interesting. Okay, the stream went down for a second. No worries, I'm back. I was saying that in the finalizer, there's this multiband compressor. I can copy this thing and just give you that, you know, the FabFilter Pro MB flavor. You know what I mean? So that could be really good, because it can be actually useful. But yeah, I'm gonna just delete all the stuff from here, so it's not gonna be super good for you to watch. The doubts are crazy. Do any of these work on Logic? Nope. Just FL Studio. Let me see. Skype boy. Okay, we can extrapolate this. I wanted to do it for the longest time, but I never actually did it. So I think I'm gonna do it. So you can use the multiband compressor flavor on everything without loading this whole patch and save a lot of CPU. And I can explain to you what these things are doing. Yeah, let's do that. It's gonna be very boring, so because I'm not doing anything new. And also I have to delete everything manually like this. Holy. Yeah, it's gonna be worth it. So in the meantime, you can ask anything. Ask anything about FL Studio or Patcher or I don't know, life or I don't know, Discord, the future of the channel. What about remaking Ableton's utility? It's not too complex. It's actually very, very simple, almost too simple. But you can totally do it. I mean, I can totally do it as well, but it's very simple. Like you just have to connect a bunch of stuff together. A bypass. Yeah, let's leave it that. Okay. So we have just the tools we need, and we don't need all this stuff. We'll see. Hello, Shrijit. How can I say your name right? Tell me the pronunciation. Shrijit. Indian name. Okay, see a question. Yeah, from the Discord. How can I granularize an audio input and get output inside Patcher? Yes. How can I granularize an audio input? So I suggest you to use Fruity Delay Tree or the FabFilter Reverb, because if you use a very big room in the reverb but a very small diffusion, you're gonna have a bouncy effect. And if you use it as a, I don't know, granularizer, you can use it. It's not gonna be an instrument though, it's gonna be an effect, like a something like the audio thing texture. So we'll see. Okay, I can safely remove all of this. No, these are controlling that, these are controlling nothing. Delete. These are controlling those, these are controlling those. Okay, it's not gonna work. Like every time I do this type of things, they don't work in the first try. I'm gonna show you in a second how can you granularize and you can granularize the path. Okay. So let's bring up some audio. Let's create a loop. You don't need to listen to this though. So I'm gonna mute it in a second. So for now, let's do this. Yeah, you can hear it. Let me hear it as well. Okay. So let's route it into the channel 4. Okay, it's not coming out because we messed up with the routing, but let me see if it works. Yes. So the bands receive the signal. They're gonna trigger that and they're gonna move this thing. So if I do this, yes, works. This works. This works. And so the amount of stuff works. Oops, sorry. We can move the bells and the shelves. Awesome. Attack and release, they're gonna work. No. Attack, where is it? Okay, wait a sec. I'm gonna rename this momentarily 999 so I know which one is. The attack goes directly here. Why wasn't connected? Interesting. Oh, because I probably set a range for that. Okay. And okay. The output is not connected because I deleted the actual volume thing, but that's good. Multiband on, EQ on, we don't need this. EQ off, we don't need this. And multiband off, it's gonna go this way. It's gonna go this way. So now we can hear the stuff. Okay. So when multiband is off, yeah, they need to receive some sort of trigger. This one is actually a button. Okay. So real quick, let's quick pause so I can show that guy how he can granularize stuff. I really like to do that with FabFilter. FabFilter, oh my god. The Fruity Reverb. Look at this layout of the stream. So good. So if you do something like this, so let's take out the clap. Let's make it super short. Also one shot, like this. Right now there's a reverb, as you can hear. But if you do something like very big space and very low diffusion, this is what you get. So this is kind of granularized synthesis. You can modify the size of it to have this crazy effect. And this is actually, a form of generation. It's a different way to approach reverb. And you can do that also with, of course, the delay, because those are just copies of the main source. Probably it's more effective this way So you can have something like this. Yes. You can use the ping pong, or maybe just stereo with an offset. This is kind of like granular synthesis, kind in a way. It's not, but granular synthesis, it's the synthesis that you pick a sound. Also, let me show you how you can actually do granular synthesis. You can use this one. Um, you can set it like to whatever you want. Let's go take a sine wave. You can use this waveform here. Oops, sorry. Chill. Chill. Hold it down. You can import a sample here. Like let's take a kick. Works very well with kicks. Take the kick, you put it into this. Wait. Okay. This thing. You can use this. And now you're using this one as an oscillator. So yeah. You can do stuff like what is it? You know that song from Swedish House Mafia? Cool. That's it. Hope you discover something. So yes, the granizer thing. Boom. So we just need to understand what's going on here. Let me be bigger. No, actually, let's keep it this way so you can see a little bit better. I see the band's moving. The multiband off. Let's go peek what I did in the finalizer. And start thinking about the name, because this one is kind of like a spectral leveler, multiband leveler. So it's gonna have some sort of that name, basically, kind of. You can pick it. You can choose the most fancy name for this stripped down version of the finalizer. Just a multiband compressor. So multiband, yes. Actually, I think I delete this one. There's also the attack, okay. What you can do in Patcher, which is very handy, you can right click, save preset as, and import it into another patch. So you have the attack. So the attack is going into what a mess. The first one, the first slot, and the third goes into MB off. Output, active all, attack, and the third goes here, multiband off. And multiband off comes from the little guy. Which is multiband compressor bottom, which is probably this one. multiband compressor button. Can I find that? Yes. Z. I wonder what's the second one in this batch. What's the second one? I guess. The second one comes from here. Number 13. It goes into a lot of stuff actually. Oh, in those type of things. So it's the release. Okay. Got it. It's the release, boys. This one goes here and here and so on. Let's go. Also, let me rename this with some numbers so I can quickly find this. Okay. Awesome. All set. So I wonder this one. Multiband on. Okay. So let's test some stuff. So this is multiband on and this is multiband off. It's the bypass. So if I click here, it's not doing stuff. Takes the signal from this. I have no idea. But yeah, as long as you know the thing works, I'm cool with that. So let's see. So even this one doesn't work. Might be oh, it doesn't work because it's deactivated. Oh my god. This is another pro tip. If it's not active, the patch is not gonna work. Okay. So let's test this. Yes. Let's exaggerate this. Yeah. So that works. The attack works. The release works just fine. Okay. And the bands, one of the most important aspects. So we can solo, we can solo them. Yes, they work. We can move stuff around and find a sweet spot. The input and output. So bind pass on. We don't need this because we just have that as a bypass. So the main bypass of the patch, it's not needed. So band pass on means that it's going straight out. I don't need this. Band pass off, I don't need it. It's going inside the input. Also, this one is not needed. This is for the output. So the input goes into this thing, then that thing. I'm gonna explain in detail how this patch works for you guys in a second. And also this is the main bypass, and there's no output yet. So let's use another Fruity Bands for that. Multiband compressor on into the output. And when the multiband compressor is off, it's gonna take the signal directly from the input because it's now the main bypass. It's gonna go straight out. Awesome. So everything should work. Input works. Output works. Release works. Everything works. So the routing is already done. I'm gonna explain to you how it works. Let me see the chat a bit before that. If you have any question, any other question, I'm gonna catch up. Did you take long to learn Patcher? I take long to learn how to produce music. You know, Patcher is not like something you learn by that. Oh, I know Patcher now. Is that, you know, it comes naturally after you know, dig into music. Because honestly, it's not that complex. Like once you get down the actual ranges, which is one of the most used thing, and also the formulas, but this is kind of okay because it's not that hard as you can think. You're good to go. You just have to have the ideas like, oh, I need an EQ and then a compressor and then another EQ and then I split the signal, something like that, you know. So the pronunciation, Sri as in C. Okay, so the not R. Oh, Sri as in C but with an R. Shri. Shri. Hope that, yeah. What is the best effect plugin for melodies? I'm gonna suggest you Scalar, which I have. I have Scalar 2. Not for melodies, but for chords, but also, you know, melodies. And also there's a Captain Chord, which is pretty cool. I don't have it though. Might buy it for fun, but I don't really need it. But yeah, this is Scalar, by the way. It's like 40 bucks. No, 40 bucks. 20 bucks. Sorry. And it's usable. You can type like, oh, I need a jazz song, and you pick one of them. You enable this, and just by clicking one simple node, it's gonna produce a chord for you, like this. Yeah, it works. Let me see. Let's change the with a grand piano. Can you hear it? It's very quiet. Yeah, those chords. So I can go like. Not a fan of jazz. But yeah, that how it works. Can also it has more cool thing like pop, for example. Pop is gonna be super easy chords. Whatever. It's more powerful than it seems, and I'm just scratching the surface of it. And honestly, I cannot use it properly. Like it has so many functions that I'm not even I don't even know them. But they have a YouTube channel. If you type Scalar info, and they're gonna explain to you all the features. They're very awesome. What's up? We have Loa, aka Antonio, I think. Hey again, we're making today a stripped down version of the finalizer. What do you do if the audio is not very attack? Oh, about the granularized thing. You know, it works the same way. see a subscription. I can see the name though. Thank you for subscribing though. Um, so you can share blah blah blah. I'm looking at the chat, boys. Okay. Thanks for the transient. Okay, I'm catching up. I'm catching up. Let's give a Frank a like. Yeah, like the live stream. It's important, guys. For the algorithm. People keep saying that in every single video, and I think it works, honestly. Also, I with the next video, I'm gonna see and update you guys because I don't care about the monetization of the last video, which was the first video that I put out as a monetized channel. And I, of course, made the joke of watch the ads, and stuff like that. So I'm curious to say in the next video, I'm not gonna say that, of course. And I'm gonna see if it's gonna perform worse monetization wise or not. I'm actually interested in that. But I know that if you on YouTube, if you say, don't forget to leave a like, people will leave a like. So I have to do that more. But I'm not a YouTuber, guys. Mm, okay, okay. I think I catch up. A lot of long messages in the end, though. Sorry. Um, mhm. How would you approach making a stereo widening patch that keeps the mono compatible? I tried it myself, and while I did it work with mono, the effect itself was too subtle. Man, the last live stream I did about Patcher, I actually did that. And it's available on my Discord server. It's this one, Imager. So this one basically produce site information with the delay function and the phase option. So produce site information that can read of the mid of that signal he produced, and it summons it, sums it, adds it. Oh my god, I can't speak today. To the main sound you feed into the patch. So you just add site information, and when you collapse into mono, the site information, of course, is gonna disappear magically, and you're gonna have your sound as this thing doesn't exist. So that's 100% mono compatibility, which is good in a sense, but it's not that good in another sense. Because if you say, "Oh, I'm gonna use this patch to make sound design, to make my sound super big and super wide," it's not gonna transform your sound at all. It's gonna just add side information, which is stereo excitement, and isn't is not sound design. I'm talking about this like in a weird way, but it's true. For example, if you make a lot of dubstep basses like growls and stuff are super wide, but when you collapse into mono, they're not that great because they. I'm talking about presets like Serum presets and stuff, especially the ones that use like waveforms because they lack the mono, the stuff in the middle. And when you use another type of synthesis like Citrus, for example, FM synthesis, you're forced to use um, a mono signal, and after that you can add a chorus to make it more fat in the stereo, but not 100% compatible. You just adding movement to it and some stuff, and in the end you can add side information. You know, that's my advice. I can stress that now enough. People forget that your song it's in the mid side. It's not in the side information. It's in the mid, and they how do you say put too much importance in the side information? I can speak today. It's official. I cannot formulate like sentences in English, even in Italian. I think I'm super tired. That's why my dog is barking. Damn it. So this is the little patch. I wonder how is gonna be the surface. So first of all, let's try to make it as small as possible because I love to save screen for more interesting stuff. We can have it very horizontal, but I don't. We can go up here, you know. So um, we can move the bands like here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like, mm, not a huge fan of it though. Let's try to move first of all this one away, this one away. Let's try to move all these 5 here. It's not that bad, but yeah, we have too much space here. It's tricky. What do you think? What should we do? Hi, is there a Foreman shifter? If I had $1 every time someone asked for that, I'm gonna be still very poor, but whatever. No, there's not a pitch Foreman shifter, pitch shifter inside FL Studio, stock plugin wise. So it's not possible with stock plugins. And if you use third-party plugins, there's no point into using Patcher anymore, you know? I'm very concerned about how can I make this surface okay. I can have 3 bands on top and 2 on the bottom. I don't like it though. Like, I think it should keep this thing. So first of all, let's save the project. Pro MB. And yeah, it has to stay horizontal like this. Doesn't make any sense if you split into 2. We can do something like this. Keep it in the center, and we can make the input right here and the output right here. We can transform these ones into knobs for sure. So first of all, let me move this thing all the way to the left and all the way to the center, kinda. Okay. And also I'm going to do this and this. Okay. And then I move the border like this. And then I move the border and I do this. Pretty cool. Damn. With the video capture, it's super tough to make small adjustments because it changes the resolution of my Mac. Also, it likes to mess up a lot of things. Okay. Kinda okay. So we can do this. And of course the tag is gonna be there. And also let's do this. This one can be a little bit bigger. And this one, yes, like this. Kinda okay. Boom. Okay. The name of the patch, let's call it Leveler for now, which is a great name, honestly. Boom. But you can pick up the name yourself and suggest me a better name. We'll see. We don't need this one anymore. We can make this button, this background thing bigger. Actually, we're doing that. We can make something like this. It's not very original, but in the end, the patch interface has to work. It doesn't have to be super fancy. You know, this little slider doesn't work. So we're gonna replace this one with some knobs. So we can have attack, release, and input and output. So I'm gonna add 4 knobs, like input here, attack, release, output. Yeah, that's gonna be way better. Yeah, let's do that. Let's copy this, duplicate. So the input, bye-bye, the output, bye-bye. This is gonna be our input. And this one is gonna be our output. And we're gonna have also attack and release. The input is gonna go here, it's gonna be a big one. Output is gonna go here, and the attacks and the release, they're gonna be a little smaller in my opinion. So instead 1.5 is just 1, because they're less important, like this. So we can move this one a little higher. And we're gonna move this one a little higher as well. It's a black patch, actually pretty cool, with a very big bypass all over the surface. I think it's gonna be better having a bypass on the spacebar title though. So let's connect the new attack and input and stuff. So input is gonna go here, and output is gonna go here, and delete, 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 and delete. So the attack is gonna go here, if I'm not mistaken. Yes. And the release is gonna go there. Let's go. So let me see if it works. Release, yes. Attack, yes. Pretty cool. I just, give me your thoughts. So It's better something like this. When you click the background, the effect is gonna disappear, or it's better having the bypass into the title, something like this one. I remember, like this. So is it better like this when you bypass the whole thing, or something like this and you bypass the whole thing but just in the title? I think this one is a little bit sleeker than this one, but I'm down to everything, so I don't care. Also, let's copy some colors from the other patch that I made. It was called Fat Rack, something like that. Yeah, Frank Rack with the PH. Let's copy these colors. Copy. And color paste. Color paste. Something important with your patches, if you're making any, make sure you have a theme. Like, as you can see, all my patches have a theme. They use the same knobs, the same sliders, and the colors are actually kind of the same. Like, they have this rainbow thing going on. As you can see, there's a rainbow here, and the bottom knobs that kind of control the whole thing are white. And as you can see in the retro patch, it's actually one of the best looking. If I find it here, I think that my retro patch, which is also I updated it not long time ago. I removed one unnecessary EQ. Don't tell me it crashed. Please don't tell me. I just saved it though. Yeah, I think it crashed. It's a good moment to check the chat. You know that you can turn on the grid? Yes, I know, but not a big fan of it. I like to use it to align stuff, but in the end, I don't really care because I can right click. Yeah, it crashed, by the way. I right click multiple stuff and align them and place them wherever I want. So I don't use the grid as much. I use the grid when I have to make sure that everything is at the same distance. For example, when I'm about to place these knobs permanently, I'll make sure to use the grid so I know that they are at the exact same distance from one another. Which also I can use actually another, since it's very, I don't know, very quirky, I use another method to do that. But yeah, I'm gonna first quit. Let's see if it breaks the stream. No, everything went fine. Let's open up FL Studio again. Let's open up the project. Thank God I saved. I saved, right? Prime beat. When I loaded the compressor. So right at the end, yes. Awesome. Thank God. How was Frank able to copy and paste knobs like that? I'll explain to you in a second. I think that is better. The title bypass is better because it's easier to tell the differences. Yes, probably. Okay. Hi, I see new people. Official Yana. Where we can get the patcher preset when you're done? On Discord. Another idea for another patcher. Multiband saturation. The next time I do this stream is gonna probably be a multiband distortion saturation, because a lot of people are asking for that, and it's gonna probably be that. So let me quick. So first of all, let's copy, so I can show to you how it works. Let's copy the title from this patch. So if you enter edit mode, you can right click something, button, slider, panel in the back called well, I think, or something else, and you can duplicate. If you click this and you don't let it go, so you keep press down, see, you can duplicate this, and you can even move it into another patch. Boom. Button 2014. And you can call it Blair. You can get rid of this, and also this, and also this. We have to do this again, so duplicate, so it stays on top, I think. Yes. And then we can place this here and do like this. It's a little bit lighter, but it's not that, it's pretty good. Cool. With this one here on top, make sure in your patch to put your signature, because in the internet people likes a lot to give away stuff that they didn't make. For example, I remember that one of the most famous patch, one of the first patch that I saw on the internet was the Endless Mine clone made by a guy called Fomil. And when I was looking for that, I saw at least 6 videos of people that were giving away that assassin patch as their own, and that's not cool. Even though he put his name on it, so it was super obvious. But so I guess that people could tell that someone else did that. But I don't know. I just feel like putting my name on it. Now, the question is, forgot to peek into the multiband off, multiband on. Okay, this one is off, and on, it's this one. I'm gonna make sure that I delete one of this. I see 2 spots used and 1 spot here. Let's do that right now. So coordinate X, we can copy, we can go here and paste it, and now we can just replace this like this. So this one can go. A lot of people forget that in FL Studio you can copy and paste anything, values, graphs, and automations, anything. So good to do that. Also, we can turn these little sliders that are actually pretty cool into knobs, so they're a little bit better looking, in my opinion. Like this, can place some little knobs here and there. I think it's little bit better looking. This one was made like this because I had to save some space in the finalizer. Like this. Look at this. How cool is this? It's cute. It's kawaii. Kawaii. This one, I can speak Japanese. I can. Just look for it in Patch Lab. It's called M Titan. Okay. I don't have that duplicate option. Weird. It's just like save preset as in the mixer. Yes, a lot of people don't know that. It's a very cool function where you have like effect like this. You can click this arrow, save preset as. If you don't let it go, see, you can move it into another channel or even in the same one and paste it and duplicate effects like this. I use that all the time. Very useful. Time to buy a Felden. Okay. Oh my god, what a question. Theoretically, how hard would it be to replicate Serum? Let me just say this to you. It's impossible. It's not hard, it's impossible. You know, replicating synths, it's not even, you know, you don't even have to ask yourself that. Just to say this, the first guy that tried to replicate Serum in their own way are the guys that made Vital, the synth. And they did it, I think, 10 years later. So they actually made a clone of it 10 years later. So that's how hard it is. You know, if Waves put out a plugin, an effect plugin, you're gonna see in a couple, maybe in 1 year, maybe even less, some other companies that replicate that same effect in their own way. With Serum, you know, Serum is just that great that it's very hard to replicate. And you know, Vital guys, they made an awesome job, but in the end, Serum is still better, you know. But yeah, Vital is free, by the way, so it's pretty cool. So let me see if I can. Also, the colors in Mac are very buggy. Colors and fill. Okay, let's save this. And let's see if I can paste it into fill. Okay. Then I have to do the same thing with pressed. Okay. And then I have to copy this, the fill. I copied the text here just in case something is wrong. But yeah, they fixed some issue with this. Because previously on Mac, if you go into that color screen and you don't change anything and you press OK, the color will change anyway. So that was very buggy. So slider like this or not? Honestly, I think the slider looks better than this. How I did this? See, I put I use another type of knob. Let me see. I wonder what that knob is called though. Style, probably This one, yes. So color, rail, boom. Color, fill, this. Color, pressed, this. So this one actually looks pretty cool in my opinion. You prefer the slider like this, the horizontal slider, or the extra knobs? The extra knob can fill a little bit more space, which is not a bad thing on this patch, because we have a lot of free space. They can be like this, you know? Wait, you said serum. The guy said serum. I'm talking about Maverick. Maverick Panda comment. Is it possible to somehow output analyzers directly to the patcher? No, but there's a way. You cannot produce some feedback thing. Like if you have the input, going into a Fruity Peak controller, because that's how you do it, like this, and you turn it into an audio thing. This one cannot go anymore into the surface if it has some process. So right now you can, because it's being not affected. But if you do something like this, I believe, see, you cannot do anymore. So the output, of course, it can go back into the surface. But if you have another surface, like you can add plugin, you can go into the effects and no, it's not here. More surface, am I right? Control surface. Yes, like this. Now, doesn't matter if it's like at the output thing. You can still go into this new surface and connect the output. Open up a bottom. Slider. Meter, Frank meter. Yes. So this thing can actually go here. You have to activate it first. Yes. Yes. So right now the output is working. Let me see if the controls are kind of okay. Let's try. See, it's working. Of course, it's not the right way. Like this. Yes. Yeah. So right now it works. This one is the output, and you can have another one, of course. I'm gonna duplicate this. So this is the input and the output. I'm doing this also to show people how can they do this. So this is the output, this is the input. So you throw this one here, you enable a controller peak output. Of course, you have to activate this. Boom. You can see the input is louder than the other one because we are compressing it. But it's another in a different tab. So you can make a dedicated tab with this we call it monitor. You can rename this into like monitor or meters, whatever, and you have monitors here. You know, that's a way you can do it. You can also make it fancier, of course. You don't have to leave it super rough like I did. Oh my god. But yeah, something like that. So if you want to monitor it, you go here and see, oh, they're kind of good, but yeah, these meters are not that awesome. But what you can do, which is another thing, you can open up another patch. I think yes, you can use the preset function here of patcher, sorry. So you can open up some interfaces with this. So you can save, go in another patch you made or someone else made, and you can save the control surface, not the patch, just the surface. And you can load that surface in another patch and then connect stuff. And it's, if you load something like this one, the visualizer made by guy on my Discord, Umimi actually. See, you can have this type of visualizer here. This actually requires a lot of stuff. I didn't think about that, but yeah, you can totally have something like this here on another tab. But is it worth it? I don't think so. You know? Yeah, I like sliders because it gives some difference than everything being knobs. I agree. I have to leave, so I'm not sure how whatever we're talking about monitoring or feedback. Yeah, this stream is gonna be available for ever on my Discord, the link. So thank you for subscribing. Damn, I can't read because I turned down the quality of the stream on my phone. Pro streamer is watching the stream on my phone so I can read the chat. Awesome. Yeah. So we agreed that sliders are a tiny bit better, I think. I still want to try to put some knobs there. So, rail. Let's try. Fill. Colors pressed. It's not that bad, honestly. Colors and fill. Color pressed. And rail is gonna be green. The gear is gonna be the cap. cap, gear. We don't have that. Pressed, yeah. So let's make sure to color the cap as well. And also the gear. Never say never. If someone changes the property of the knob. So duplicate. I'm gonna have rail, the yellow, and the red one. Fill and pressed. It's gonna be like this. Now I think the sliders looks a tiny bit better. What you think? Hey Frank, what kind of patch it is? It's a stripped down version of the finalizer, and it's just the multi-band compressor slash EQ, because in the end it's an EQ that acts like the FabFilter Pro MB when you want to level some stuff across the spectrum. And it can be useful for taming some areas in your instruments and in your mastering, of course. One thing that I never said properly is that the attack of this thing is not gonna be 0 even when it's 0, meaning that the pretty peak controller will still allow some peaks pass through, which is honestly great because you don't want to completely suppress some area. You can do it with the FabFilter Pro MB, but that's a pretty extreme approach, and you do that with the FabFilter Pro MB to be extreme. This patch is basically a preset of the FabFilter Pro MB, so very smooth compression. Smooth, I mean, can be very fast as well, but it's not super drastic. You don't want to kill everything in the bands, dynamic wise, I mean. So it's not gonna be 0. We can test it, so we can see that actually a little bit of peaks pass through it, which is, as I said, a good thing. People forget that compression should not be instant. It's not compression anymore, it's distortion, kind of. Let me remove this. Okay, it works. So let's try to have a note playing. And let's solo. No, let's put something. How can I do it? So this patch allows me to listen to the area I'm affecting, right? If I do this, this is in solo. Should be in solo. Okay. So, okay. This is a great example. Let's see how much peaks pass through the peak controller with the attack at 0. There it is. So as you can see, this is the compression is doing with the attack all the way down to 0. It means that it has something like 30 millisecond attack, kind of, little less. Yeah, around 30, you know. 30 to 45 kind of. So it's the compression is actually kind of the same. We can try. I don't know if it's gonna be a good example, but we'll see. The SSL compressor, which is a great compression. SSL comp. So we can have the same thing passing through that. So let's try, first of all, let's try to record the same note without the compression to see if it's actually the same. Okay. See, this is not processed and this is processed. So great thing, good job. Also, is not that, yeah, I'm thinking about the high frequencies and low frequencies pass through and they interfere with our test. So let me quickly adjust that. We just have to work with the mid range. So we can do this and this. We can isolate something. Okay. Now it should work better. So this is unprocessed. Pretty cool. And this is 100% processed with the attack at 0. Sorry. Okay. So the attack, it's around, yeah, the same. Okay. 35, 45-ish type of compression, which is a good compression, as I said. And let's enable this compressor on the same channel, by the way. Okay. Delete this. Delete. 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 Awesome. And let's see how this compression works. If we set it to 30, which is my favorite settings for the SSL compressor. Release very fast, ratio 4, it's good, but the release at 30. All the way down. See? It's not that different as ours. It's a tiny bit faster, I'll give it that. But still, as you can see, the peaks pass through it, and that's it. Awesome. So this, the fastest attack here is still the slowest attack on the SSL compressor, which is, as I said, good because it doesn't kill your vibe, your track. Awesome. That was a test I wanted to do for the longest time, but never had the chance to do it. So we have our bands on top. I'm fighting to decide if they're gonna be knobs or sliders. I think like this looks a little bit more full. Um, it's gonna be kind of like this. I see another big knob here in the center. I wonder what we can add to it. We can have these knobs higher. This knob a little bit like this. So input, output like this. Also, let me set the values. So type in value 80, and of course copy and paste, and set as default value Set its default value. Awesome. Color copy, color paste. Didn't work. Oh, they're all blue. Patcher. Let's save. Last time I opened up the patch, we got a crash. Also, I made the huge mistake to upgrade to Big Sur, my Mac. And Catalina was way better work wise. I never had a crash. I mean, I had a few crashes, but very, very little crashes. With Big Sur, I have to be way aware of, oh, it's gonna be crash, it's gonna crash, it's gonna crash. That's awful. But still, FL Studio makes a good job to store your backups and stuff and auto save a lot. So I never lost something. That's great. So I can see another big knob here in the center. What we can add there? Even bigger, you know? We can have like a master amount. We can have it like this. Oh, damn, looks slick. So this one even higher. Kind of looks like the smooth patch. I'm gonna place them properly with the grid and I'm gonna align them, but it's just to have a feel of the interface. Okay, not bad. If you look at with the colors and stuff, like this. We can have like a mount knob that controls the overall amount of the effect, and if it's in the middle, it's like 100%. If it's on the max, it's like 200%. So you can super exaggerate that, which you can yeah, I think it's cool because you can exaggerate that already with this, but sometimes you place them and then you want to have a feel of a little bit more, a little bit less, or maybe you want to automate the effect. You can easily do that with the master knob for the amount. That's clever. Good job, Frank. Good job. Let me see the chat a little bit. Can you please turn down the volume of the music? Is it too loud? Right now it's off, so no worries. Yeah, thank you for saying me that. I'll do that next time for the next stream. Yeah, I need your feedbacks on the stream because I'm not that good with OBS. I mean, I'm pretty good. Look at the interface. Look at this. Wow, awesome. And look at this. Wow, awesome. Look at this. I'm big. And look at this. Yeah. Also, I set up the screens for the. Let me give you a little bit of snippet. So when we're gonna have the blind battle or the feedback stream, by the way, next week is gonna be the track review stream. While we listen, we're gonna have this thing. So they're not gonna be full screen anymore because I wanted to keep me in the frame so I can give, even when we're listening to stuff, some feedbacks, and you can see me reacting to your chat to your track more. Some anime, some more anime GIF. This one is more elaborated. It's a very long GIF that I made. Do you know this anime, by the way? I'm watching it right now. An episode there, an episode there. This is great. So I turned the video into a GIF, a very long GIF, and this is the result. So we still have short GIFs, and also I have some videos, but I'm super scared that I might get some copyright thing. So this one is for was an audition of American Got Talent, and I think that if I have this one on screen for like 2 minutes or 3 minutes, I gonna get a copyright claim on the video because of this image. We'll see. If it happens, not big deal. But if you if you start thinking about copyright strikes, that's gonna be bad. So anime, some other thing, anime, and also the Soul Eater opening. I turned the whole thing into a GIF. Awesome, right? Look at this. It's the whole intro. That's crazy, right? And I want to do that with others, but I'm a little concerned about the same problem. This is the first opening. The previous one was the second one. Yeah, that's it. I don't have any more stuff. Yes. So we'll see if they are good for the copyright thing. So a mix knob instead of the amount. Since we are EQing stuff, I don't think it's good because it's gonna have phase issues. But amount knob kind of works the same. You're basically setting the amount of the effect. So 0 is like basically dread, and 100% it's super super wet. Yeah, it's better. Mix knob when you're messing with the spectrum, not good. When you're messing with dynamics, it's good. So also on the Discord, I ask you guys to send me some anime openings that looks great, and I got a lot of them. So make sure to keep sending them in the anime channel. So the mix 2020 is gonna be the amount, and let's see how can we set up that. Um, we can have it mess around with this type of thing. Hmm. With the input of each band. So if this is the right amount, this is not okay. That is usable. Let me see. This one set the range, of course. This one set the x and y. It's a little bit a mess. I honestly don't remember how I made this. It's quite complicated because as you can see there, all these things are communicating with each other. And but this formula I didn't make it. Like it was a preset, I think. Maybe I made it. I don't remember. No, no. See, there are notes, so probably I didn't make it myself. Basic addition though. When you open up something, what does it says? Like default? No, probably I did it. Damn. So let's see what happens. I'm getting the signal, the control from something. There's no name, so I can basically tell, but it's probably one of these big knobs. Nope. Probably one of these little sliders. No. I don't know. But this controls the low free. It's gotta be the slider. Yes. See, I'm moving the C thing. So what's the X? Okay, the X is that. And if I move this one, damn, I really don't know. These are ranges, right? No. I have no idea, guys. Like, I was a genius for a second and then I completely forgot. Yeah, but getting into um getting into a patch you already did and going backward is still not that useful. That's why I wasn't really into, okay, let's make a stripped down version of the finalizer, because of this reason. Going backward with the process you're having, it's way difficult than actually made it. By the way, these are not difficult formulas. It's just B multiplied by C plus the opposite of C, 1 minus C, multiplied with A. But we're just messing around with the C. Oh, and these are fixed. That's why. So these are kind of ranged, I think. Yeah, that's what I did. I set up a range with this, and this value goes from um, something to another something. It's a little bit different than setting up a range in the usual way with the preset called range in the Fruity formula controller. Yeah, I was adjusting some values. Yeah, let's go back to the amount. We can simply automate this, is the best option, honestly. But this reacts in a weird way when you're moving it fast. So I'm trying to, this is the decay. We can probably set up this thing instead. So this thing, the only thing that I'm manipulating in these pre-controllers are the decay, as we can see. So we can activate the volume. Let me mute the Elgato so we can have the loop going, not the piano. Okay. So right now it goes, and if we mess around with this, let me copy it first. We turn it to 0. See, it's gonna 0, 50%. It's gonna be like this. You can even go on the opposite way, but and create an exciter actually. But yeah, as an exciter, it's gonna still act with a little bit of delay. I'm not sure, it might be interesting though. So instead of attenuate that, we can boost it. You don't thought about that. It's actually pretty cool. See, I'm boosting it. This. Yeah, we can totally do it. So we can turn this patch into an expander as well. Oh my god, that's awesome. So we're gonna have it reset in the middle. That's even more awesome. And simply do the same thing here. So this amount is less 100%, but we can go further to 200%. I'm thinking, should we set up a range for that? Up until 100%, probably. Because it acts weird. Like, this is 100%, but it's almost like at 40%. And the last 10% of it, it's the double. So that's a little bit weird. Yeah, let's set up a range with simply a formula controller. So mapping range. So the lowest range will be this value, which is less 100%. See, input low range, paste, and the high range is gonna be plus 100%. Copy and paste. So the knob called amount, what is it? Goes into this, into the A, and then I activate the output, and then I send the output into a peak amount. Yes, for all these peak controllers. Interesting. So let me connect them. Okay, let's see what's happening. So if this one is a 0, it's gonna be the usual multiband type of leveler. But if we turn it up, 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 we can start blending in the dry signal, kinda. We are making the effect less prominent. And when it's in the middle, it's not acting. It's bypassed. But if we go further, it will start becoming a shape. Oh my god, an expander. Holy shit, this is awesome. So, compressor, expander, zero amount. How should we call it? So let me set up this. So how I called in this thing LM, okay, with the little this low M. This is low M M. This is M HM, and this is HM H, which is, by the way, low, low mid, mid, high. Yeah, I think like this it looks a tiny bit better. It looks more full. You can even center them. Yes. Yeah. It looks more full. I like it more. Sorry guys if you didn't like it. Um Also it's clear that this one exists because they're not that clear honestly. So delete, 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 and delete. And we're gonna connect the low. Oh damn. Now which one are the right one? 1, 2, 3, 4. So L LM to this one. Then LM to M this one. Then HM MHM and HMH. They should work. Let's see. Okay. 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 They work. So let me activate type value 50. Goes in right into the middle. And I'm gonna right click C, which is copy. Right click V, which is paste, but in Patcher, if it is not activated, you actually have to click P instead. That's it. And then set at default, set as default, set as default, set as default. Also Control P and set as default. So you can choose compression or expander. That's awesome. And this works just fine. See, they're very slow at moving. These one are way faster. Not sure why. Move speed 32 instead of move speed. Yeah, let's set it to this value. Oops, didn't mean to touch it. Align vertical, align horizontal. Okay. So right click, properties, move speed, boom. Oh, and right now it's too much fast. Properties. I didn't mess around with this. This one is super slow for some reason. But the other one is too fast. So I don't know what's happening. 200. This feels okay. Let's go even lower. 100. Okay, 100 feels nice. It's a little bit slower than this, but feels nice. Move speed. Yeah. Now it feels the same. I wonder why that happened. Probably because when I save that knob, it has that speed for some reason. But yeah, it's a quick fix. I just have to dial in a value that I like, that I feel okay to work with. In this case, 120. See, works fine. Awesome. And when I set up everything to reset, it's like this. So right now, rename, copy. So I'm gonna copy the blank name and I'm gonna paste it here. So this one has no name, but I'm gonna add a label and type compression. And I'm gonna add another label called expander. What I should put in the middle? Like, okay, this is compression, this is expander, and in the middle should be like 0. Also, the size is very big. Now we have to keep it bigger. Expander, compression, output, input, attack, release. So let me do something like this. Align vertical, align vertical, align horizontally. Nice. Can move them up a tiny bit, align vertical, align vertical, align vertical. I'm repeating myself a lot, sorry guys. Feels pretty okay. Align horizontal, and also let me do this, align vertical. Okay, so instead of compression, which is super long, I can type comp and exp. Maybe make those writing a little bit bigger. Okay, let me see. You guys type a lot. I love you what I love you and what you do, bro. Thank you, Adam. Um, is God real? No. Um, lot, lot of bullshit. I say. Okay, I see you're having a good time, boys. That's good. Um, yeah, Frank, is God real? Chad needs to know. No, it's not real. I give you the answer. Um, see a lot of spam. Come on, Colton. Oxycodone, please. What does that even mean? This is my first time joining your live stream. Just gotta tell, your picture stuff are just straight up fire. Thank you, Pyro. Yeah, I'm not a very good entertainer in front of the camera, but I do nerdy stuff for nerdy people. I'm okay with that. Let me let me make this thing a little bit bigger. How can I do it? I could do properties, font 8, family 11, maybe 15, good amount, 15, comp, expander, XP looks like experience, but maybe I'm too used to Pokemon games. And you see XP a lot. We can also move it this one a little bit down. Looks better, maybe. What's I put in the top? Maybe 0%. That's pretty damn good in my opinion. So duplicate like 0%. So people can understand, oh, if it's a midway is gonna be 0%. We can actually use type 100% comp and 100% exp so people can understand that as well. Like this. Hmm. something like this. This one can be smaller though. Also, this one actually can be smaller. I'm changing idea every 2 seconds. Yeah, I'll keep it that way. Compression. Compression. An expander or compressor and yeah, expansion, I should say. Expander. Compress. Because we cannot put expander and compression or expansion and compressor. You also have to think about that. 100% expander, it's good. And since expansion is not that good, I'm gonna stick with compressor and expander. Like this. Pretty good. Looks good. Love it. Um, Also, let me try to align this one at the top and vertical. Yeah, I like it. So like this, like this, like this, and like this. Align top. Awesome. Let me turn them up a tiny bit. This. Is it too much? Probably. Let's turn them down. Yeah, I like the little space between them. So, first of all, align vertical. Align vertical. Align vertical. I already know that these one are at the same distance, so I don't have to enable the grid and stuff. Vertical, and then I'm gonna do something like this. Align top. This one has to be at the same distance between the buttons and stuff. I'm gonna check if they are actually like that in a second. Align top. And this one, let's do, place it there. Align vertical. Nice. So to check if they are the same distance, we can do something very cool. And we can open up a label maybe. That's very thin space though. So I don't think it's gonna work. We'll see. Default. If the label, yeah, probably is more than this space. Yes. Yeah, we can have an idea like, okay, the line of the knob, it's in the middle of the A, but slightly to the left. And this one, it's not. So this thing have to move a little bit to the left. Like this. Yeah, it's better going by high. If I enable the grid, it's gonna be a mess. I know it. Okay, this thing feels the same as that one. Kinda. Kinda. And kinda good. Okay. Delete. And line top. Boom. Let's see if it works. Let's try some examples. I wanna see this bad boy in action. Look at this. Pretty cool. So let's load up some loops. Loops are very good. There's a lot of dynamic, but we're gonna check it with some more interesting mixes as well. So loops, classic break. Let's enable the sound and let's try this patch. They're very boring loops. Damn. Let me load up some more interesting loops. Damn it. Like this, and kick drum please. Get rid of this and this. Okay. Into this and into this. Wow, it's working. So let's peek into this one. See someone just subscribed. What's the name? I can read. Arling. Thank you for subscribing. Okay. So this is our loop. If we enable the compression, it's gonna compress. Text 0, release 0. Nice. You can solo the band, like place this one exactly where the clap hits. Yeah, the clap hits here. It's one of the higher frequencies. This one can go a tiny bit lower here. Okay, where the kick hits, and this is for the bass, the sub bass frequencies. Nice. And we can say, oh, I just wanna compress the clap. The clap is nasty. All I have to do is turn down the bands and just have this one. See? Without, with. And see how it's not completely dead? There's still the attack of it, which is great. And that's why I love this patch. This is a little thing that is actually a bad thing for FL Studio, that the Peak controller cannot handle instant formulas. Like, it has some stuff going through, but you can use that as an advantage. Like, if the Peak controller was actually able to go down to 0, I still wouldn't let this patch to go to 0, because that will be bad for the purpose of the patch. Thank you for the subscribe, my dude. Um, let's try the expander. It's gonna be loud, so let me um yeah. See, I want the clap to hit more. Without, that's awesome. Oh my god, I'm blown away. And expanders are not necessarily like transient shapers. For example, this one, since it has a pretty slowish attack by default, is gonna be an expander. It's not gonna be a transient thing. If you feed into this a very very short sample, is not gonna be able to increase that, because that's the peak passing through. And when the the actual patch lift the sound, the band in this case, the the sound is gonna be gone already. So that's why it works. Let's try to push up the kick, the attack of the kick, I mean. We can try to analyze it with this. Oh damn, that's loud. I'm distorting, by the way. Um, how can I do it? Like 0% compression. Oops, sorry, I'm dumb. So 0% compression, expander. Okay, let's normalize it so we can see. So this is 0%, so that's our kick by default. And this is the kick with the compression, I think. They're very similar though. I want an obvious example to make you see how it's attenuate them. See, that's the compression. It's not a very clear example to show it to you, but that's the thing. And this is with the expansion, so louder. Keep in mind that this thing it's logarithmic, like the actual waveform. So the amount of frequency, the amount of difference is between this and this, it's smaller than this and this kind of. I don't know. I'm tired, guys. I don't want to explain to you weird stuff. But yeah, this works very well. Let's try to control the sub bass. Yeah, that's a most clear example to show to you. Okay, this is 100% compression. Let's analyze just the first kick. This is 0. Wow, so now the difference is more clear. And this is expansion. Distort. See, let's normalize it so we can see the differences. See, this one it's attenuate, this one it's default, and this one it's expanded. See how the transient is not being expanded. See what I meant? This thing has a slow attack by default, even when it's a 0. So the expansion kind of fills up the brings up the actual content of the sound, not the transient. But yeah, that's good. Let's try this on a complete mix and see how we can level stuff across the mix. And I don't want to get copyright strikes, so let's use Echo Sound Works or Cymatic things. Do we have any? Like construction kits and stuff? I don't think that they do that. No, Cymatics. Oh my god, so many folders. Yeah, let's try to... Actually, I'm gonna go right into the YouTube library and... Oh, what am I saying? I already have something from the YouTube library, so I don't get copyright strikes. I don't care about copyright claims, but strikes can be problematic. And I don't want them. So YouTube, file, audio samples. I'm pretty sure I have something from the YouTube catalog here. First of all, I have my lo-fi song that I use in my video. Search for it, sound effects, rock. See rock. I see... Yeah, that. Pretty sure I had some trap thing, but let's stick with my loops and some rock music. They're already smashed into the ceiling, but whatever. So this is my loop. Let's feed into the patch. Let's bring up everything to like 50%. And we can play with this knob. Let's go peak and see. See? They're smoothly reacting to it. Expander. Compression. Nice. Let's go with some rock music. Ooh, sorry. Let's bring down the level a little bit. They already smash into the limiter, but whatever. So this is for the guitars. This one is just in the middle between the snare and the other stuff. Nice. Expander. Compression. Yeah, it works. That's honestly very good. I wasn't expecting this to sound that. Let's try to increase the release a little bit so we get a more slow compression. Let's increase the attack so we can have even more peaks pass through. This one is when you move it up and down is gonna give that clips and stuff. So when you move this one, you wanna have the audio stopped. Works. See how the kick passed through more? That's awesome. Okay, it works and it looks good. And I'm thinking about adding some arrows here and here so people can understand, oh, we can move this knob to the left and to the right. Also, maybe changing the design with this design here so it's clear that you can go which way. We'll see. But yeah, I'm gonna give you guys this patch in my Discord, so stay tuned for that. I'm gonna go eat dinner right after the stream, and after that I'm gonna finish it and release it on the Discord server. There's gonna be a exclusive for the Discord server. That's awesome. Okay, so guys, let me check the chat. I'm gonna pray for you, Frank Paula, in your heathen soul. No God, huh? Don't be so quick to discount. Sorry, bro. God is not my thing, but I respect everything and everyone. And I didn't say that with disrespect, with a disrespectful intent. It's just you asked for it and I gave you my answer. Um, how old are you? I'm good. Hope everyone is okay as well. I wish that they update the peak controller for audio rate modulation. It's gonna make CPU intensive, so the optional choice would be great. Yeah, or maybe another peak controller like peak controller 2 that can do more stuff. Sorry. And also, I'm waiting for a Fruity compressor too, because the Fruity compressor is very bad looking. Yeah, in the video you made for Smooth, you didn't explain what the slider at the bottom of each colored bar does. I did not. Yes, that controls the Q of the EQ. I'm gonna show it to you real quick because it's not that complicated. Smooth. So see, this slider here controls what is it? What is it? I don't remember. Sidechain, okay. Sorry, wait a sec. So if you boost stuff, you can control the Q with this. And you can actually hear this. If you click monitor, you're gonna hear to this EQ that controls the bands and decide, oh, I wanna narrow it so it just affects this area, or I want it to be more wide. You can create custom shape like this. You know, you have a lot of control. You have some restrictions, as you can see, but you can do whatever shape you want. Also, you don't have, this smooth doesn't have to be this complicated. Usually it's very, very simple EQ, so it's not that hard. That's what she said. Um, so let's delete that. Let's save. And guys, I think the stream come to an end. And I'll see you next week. Next week's gonna be track review, where I thank you for the subscription, random guy, and I'm gonna give feedback on stream to your tracks. So your you send the track on Discord, and I'm gonna open up an exclusive channel called Track Review, and you can send some tracks in there, and I'm gonna download them, load them up into FL Studio, listen to them, and give you a feedback. And since I'm able to load them up in FL Studio, I can even say, oh, you need to EQ your track in this way, and I show to you how I will do it and give you inside feedbacks. It's gonna be next week, next Wednesday. And what else? And at the end of the month, of course, the blind battle, the music competition. I still have to understand what's the price for what's the plugin price, because every time is gonna be a plugin. We did a Shepherd Box 2 giveaway with Cable Guys. We did a Kilohertz giveaway with Disperser and Faturator. And we did the Nani plugin as well. And what else? And that's it. And also, I give you a True Iron and Gain Reduction, two other very good plugins. And that's it. Okay. See you on Discord, and make sure to like the live stream. People say I have to say that, so I'm saying that. Like the live stream, and see you on Discord. Okay, join the Discord. Link in the description. All you have to do is stay in contact. Discord is this awesome place where people, share their experiences with Patcher, but also with productions and live, and most importantly, anime. Yes, I'm kidding, by the way. And see you next time. And next time I'm gonna have these super crazy good visuals when I listen to your tracks. I really like this one. This one is my favorite. Look at him dancing. And that's it. Okay. Bye bye. I'll send this patch in the Discord server in a few hours. Bye bye.